Nothing lasts forever. Just ask the dinosaurs, the dodo, or your phone's battery. For a variety of different interesting reasons, here are 10 everyday things that may be extinct soon. Don't forget to let me know in the comments which ones you're going to miss the most.
Amazing!
Number 10. Human operators. Pretty soon, when you call a service provider to change your address or complain your internet isn't working, you might not get the chance to reach an operator. Let's face it, at the moment when you speak to someone at a call center, they're usually following a script set by a computer algorithm. As voice recognition technology improves, it will be cheaper and just as effective for you to speak solely to the algorithm rather than a person. You'll only get to speak to a person when you have a really serious problem. The same goes for when you go to a fast food restaurant. Since 2015, touchscreen ordering systems have been replacing real people in McDonald's, and machines are being developed that can deal with flipping burgers, frying fries, as well as loading and unloading dishwashers. The only humans you'll need are the ones who maintain the machines, and possibly a guy to dress up as Ronald from time to time. Number 9. Money. How we pay for things is continuously evolving. It wasn't long ago that we thought credit cards would end the need for coins and notes. But now, credit cards are under threat themselves. Payment technology from Apple and Android mean you can now buy anything by placing your phone on a receiver. As well as being quicker, they also reduce credit card crime. There's no need for anyone to see your credit card number, and your phone uses biometric data to make sure it's actually you using it. Cash is hanging on in there just. Take those little pennies that are hardly worth anything and weigh down your pockets. They've already been abolished in Canada, Ireland, and some other countries. They're talking about doing it in the US and UK too. Actual currencies themselves could be the next to go, with cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin and Ethereum gaining traction, which cannot be manipulated by governments and are inexpensively tradable across borders. They could in the near future spell the end for your dollars, pounds, and euros. Number 8. Car features. Cars have always been a battleground for innovation. They may eventually culminate in driverless cars, which are at advanced stages of development at the moment. However, until then, technology is still making familiar car features obsolete. The clutch pedal is nearly at extinction level in America. At last count, only 4% of new cars sold in the US had a clutch pedal and a stick shift. Technology around shift speed and fuel efficiency means automatics perform better than manuals. Plus, you get to give your left foot a rest. Car mirrors are also being phased out. Display systems with cameras and sensors are designed to give you a more accurate picture when you're driving, although they're not as useful when you're checking your hair. Tesla has phased out mirrors altogether in favor of cameras because they give their cars a more aerodynamic look. Finally, when driverless cars fill our streets, you'll likely be able to just hop in one, like a cab, and tell it where you want to go. What will be the point of owning a car with all the expense of buying it, taxing it, and maintaining it? Will car ownership disappear? Many people believe so. Number 7. Maps. Remember maps, those massive bits of paper that people used to use to navigate their way around the world? They were so big you couldn't read them and drive at the same time, and once you've unfolded them, you'd never be able to get them folded back up the right way again. While GPS systems have pretty much made them obsolete, some people aren't happy about it. Scientists say that not using maps anymore has made our brains lazy, leading to our inbuilt sense of direction declining. However, GPS systems aren't going to be around forever either. Standalone GPS units are already being superseded by display systems integrated into cars. Plus, many people use Google or Apple Maps on their phones instead of a GPS to help them drive in the right direction. I'm going to miss that voice in my GPS device berating me for not turning left at the right time. Number 6. Tech. The story of technological advancement is based upon new innovations replacing older ones. Progress never stops. Even the tech we think we can't do without today will be gone sooner than we think. Remember how DVDs and Blu-rays killed VCR tapes? Well, today, streaming services like Netflix and Amazon Prime are putting DVDs themselves out of service. Then, take USB drives. We used to use them every day to store, transfer, and share information. We used to store music on MP3 players. Now, cloud storage systems like Dropbox or iCloud are making them obsolete. Plus, who needs to carry around music files with Spotify and Apple Music around? Also, most of us still use wires plugged into the wall to charge our smartphones and computers, but wireless charging units will make those a thing of the past in the next couple of years. Apple is introducing wireless charging with their new iPhone 8. What will replace Netflix, Dropbox, and wireless chargers? I don't know, but you can bet someone is working on it. Number 5. Keys. Keys, as in those chunks of metal cut to fit a lock, are on the verge of extinction. If you work in an office, you probably use a smart card to get through doors and go up and down in elevators. It won't be long until we use that kind of technology to get into our homes as well. although you won't need to wear a card around your neck and wave it around to get through your front door. All the necessary data will be on your smartphone, protected by fingerprint and biometric recognition. Your car keys won't be around for much longer either. You may have even stopped using them already. Car makers like Audi and GM have already implemented technology enabling you to enter and start your car via an app on your phone. Spare a thought for the makers of novelty keyrings though. What are they going to do? Number 4. Consumer favorites. Over time, people's tastes change, and what is popular today will not always be popular tomorrow. If no one wants to buy a product anymore, they'll stop making it. In the UK, Walker's Crisps, the leading maker of chips, mooted the idea of phasing out 2 of their most popular flavors, salt and vinegar and prawn cocktail. There was an outcry, and it never happened, and it may have just been a publicity stunt. But as they say, use it or lose it. In the US, diet soda sales have slumped. People are buying more bottled water or energy drinks instead. In 2016, Diet Pepsi sales fell 9% year-on-year, and it's thought that it may be killed off soon. Finally, Americans are eating more butter. That's bad news for margarine brands. Global food giant Unilever is looking to sell their margarine division, home to the legendary I Can't Believe It's Not Butter brand. If they can't find a buyer, it's likely they'll be saying, I can't believe we used to make that. Number 3. Your local mailbox. No one sends letters anymore. When you have SMS, instant messaging, and email, why would you need to? In the last decade, the amount of mail sent in the US has more than halved. It costs the US Postal Service so much money to pay for postmen and women, fuel, and processing costs. It's just not worth it anymore. As a result, the mailbox is disappearing. Local mailboxes have been removed, and centralized mailboxes in places like shopping malls or railway stations are in. And if there's one thing that we do love receiving in the mail, that's a parcel. Companies like eBay and Amazon were built on sending parcels through the mail. However, this is changing too. Amazon is working on drone technology which will make the delivery driver a thing of the past. Why use a human being that needs to drive and be paid when you can have drones parachuting parcels into your garden from a flying logistics center? Number 2. Passwords. How many passwords do you have to remember on a daily basis? How many times have you struggled to think of something that has enough capital letters, special symbols, and numbers that you haven't used before? They're not even totally secure. You could forget a password, or someone could find out what your passwords are. Luckily, passwords are heading for the exit door. Computer manufacturers are incorporating biometric recognition software into their devices so they can scan your retina or fingerprint instead of asking for a password. Scientists are even implementing technology that can recognize you through your face, your hand gestures, or your voice. These are things that cannot be forgotten or stolen, not without a lot of hard work anyway. Number 1. Foods. Even our favorite natural foods won't be around forever. Because of climate change, it's becoming impossible to grow certain foods in the places they're usually grown in. Hotter weather and droughts are making it particularly difficult to grow avocados, peanuts, grapes, and much else. Even maple syrup is under threat. Our favorite pancake topping needs freezing cold temperatures at night, then warmth during the days in order to thrive. Climate change has made weather systems a lot less predictable, and the amount of syrup produced has fallen dramatically. We're also eating too much fish, which could spell disaster. All species of fish are being caught faster than they can reproduce, so the populations of our favorite fish like cod are quickly declining beyond recoverable levels. If we can't change current fishing rules, experts believe most of our favorite fish could be extinct by 2050. Another animal that is dying out is the bee. While they may get on your nerves, they're very useful for making honey. 40% of the bee population has been lost over the last decade due to harsh winters in traditionally warm areas. It's called honeybee colony collapse disorder, and if it's not solved soon, honey could be a thing of the past. Finally, bananas. Yes, even the banana isn't safe. The most popular type of banana in the US, the Cavendish, is being attacked by a disease, catchily titled Tropical Race 4. This disease ravages the vascular system of the banana, making it harder to absorb nutrients from the soil as well as water. Banana plantations across the world have been wiped out due to this plague, which will lead to serious economic consequences, especially in Africa. Fruit scientists are attempting to eradicate the disease, as well as find new species of bananas which are immune. Let's hope they don't slip up. What are you going to miss the most? Can you think of anything else that may be leaving us soon? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching.